What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters. Welcome to Life to Metal. Going to be doing a box set video today. Haven't done one of these in a while, actually, but I guess I did one not too long ago with all those radio broadcasts. And actually, this is another one of those radio broadcasts, but one I didn't have at the time. One I just recently received, but this is the Rock and Roll Saviors, the Early Years Twisted Sister box set. Really nice box set. I was not expecting it to be this nice. I kind of expected just a box with 3 paper sleeves in it, basically. But this is Deadline, so this is not a bootleg. This is an official release, but this is all radio broadcasts. So you got this nice little box that flips up. It's got the mirror inside of it. It comes with a Twisted Sister lipstick. It's not really my shade, so I don't think I'll be using it, but I'll just keep it in the box. But let me show you what else it comes with since I got it open, besides the CDs itself. So it comes with a really nice, kind of oversized booklet. This thing is not, CD size, it's much bigger. But yeah, it's got classic pictures of them, before they became popular in 82, 83, before their Atlantic years. And that's what this basically is it's pre-Atlantic years recordings. So a really cool booklet, lots of great photos. Also comes with a bunch of autographed or signature guitar picks. So there's 3 of them in there. I put them in little baggies to keep them safe. They didn't come in the baggies, also so I don't lose them. As well as it came with a reproduction of the New Year's Eve backstage pass. It's funny, I actually have an original one of these that I got from a friend of mine who saw them back in the day. I was not old enough to see them in 1979, but it's a reproduction of that pass. It's pretty funny because they even reproduced like and it's hard to tell on here, but it kind of has the gray, dingy look, trying to make it look like it's old. But yeah, this is definitely a reproduction of that backstage pass. But still, really cool inclusion in here. Alright, so you get 3 shows in this box set, and each of them comes in a little mini record sleeve. But you've got, let me just put them in some kind of order here. So you've got Detroit Club, which I think is the oldest show. Yeah, Detroit Club from '79, and it's got 3 bonus tracks from the Detroit Club from 1980, and all of them have kind of little mini sleeves, and then inside of the sleeve is obviously the CD itself. This is a great show. I've actually heard this show many times before. I've seen bootlegs of it. I have a bootleg CD of it. This is cleaned up sound. It sounds fantastic. It's been remastered. My one complaint is, for whatever reason, after I'll Never Grow Up Now, the band played Train Kept a Rollin', and there is a release out there. This one here, which is the same show, and it actually has that version of Train Kept a Rollin' on it. So I'm not sure why it was cut off of this one in favor of some bonus tracks, but the version of Train Kept Rolling here is fantastic. It's very much and very obviously inspired by the Aerosmith version of it. But I mean, it's just a great song. So many bands have done covers of Train Kept Rolling. But yeah, this is a great show, regardless of the missing track at the end. But the bonus tracks are a live version of Plastic Money, Johnny B. Good, and Rock and Roll Saviors. So there's actually 2 versions of Rock and Roll Saviors on here. And then the next disc is from HAMMERHEADS in Long Island, New York, August 1980. And again, it has the sleeve and the CD inside the sleeve. And your track listing here is What You Don't Know, Come Back, Bad Boys of Rock and Roll, Destroyer, Pay the Price, Without You, Under the Blade, Rock and Roll Saviors, Plastic Money, You Know I Never Cry, I'll Never Grow Up Now, and Born to Be Wild. And then finally, this show is from '83. And you're like, well, isn't that kind of when they were popular? This is right around the time that You Can't Stop Rock and Roll came out. So they were still playing a lot of clubs. I saw them in '83 with Dio, and they were playing the Tower Theater in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. And that's kind of what the set list is. So you've got What You Don't Know, The Kids Are Back, Shoot 'Em Down, Destroyer, Like a Knife in the Back, Live to Ride, Ride to Live to Ride, We're Gonna Make It, You Can't Stop Rock and Roll, I Am, I'm Me, and It's Only Rock and Roll. So this is obviously pre-Stay Hungry. So this is when they're fast, furious, young, hungry, and just destroying audiences. And this is a great show, great sounding show. This particular one is dedicated to AJ Pero. You can see right there underneath of the logo. I should have also mentioned on the on the '79 show, there's a really cool version of the campy track "Ladies Boy," which was also released as a single independently by the band back then. That was one of those songs. Because I've said it before, you know, Twisted Sister were one of those bands that I kind of grew up with because they were a local band from my area. They were, you know, always playing clubs in the East Coast, you know, in New Jersey and New York and, you know, just that whole East Coast area. And Ladies Boy was like a really popular local song, even to the point where, you know, local radio stations are playing the song and playing the single. And everybody was kind of expecting it to show up on Under the Blade, but it didn't. And I kind of understand now because it's a very different vibe to Under the Blade. Under the Blade had a lot of fast, heavy songs, with the exception of Destroyer, which is just a slow, heavy song. It's a little more campy, a little more glammy kind of song, so I understand why I didn't, but I still love that song. I grew up with it. So there you go. That's the Rock and Roll Saviors box set from Twisted Sister. Very cool if you can find a copy. It was very inexpensive too. It was like just over $20, I think. Which is why I wasn't expecting it to have all the extra stuff in it. So, very cool set from Deadline Records. And I think it was just released in 2019. Is that when it was? Might have been 2018. According to the year in here, 2018. So, there you go. Twisted Sister, Rock and Roll Saviors. God bless.